Hello everybody and welcome to this video. I'm really excited to tell you this story, and it is the story of why I'm here, how I got here to study at a university in London. And for my story to make any sense at all to you, there's two things you need to know. The first thing is that I've been traveling ever since I was a kid. My family and I, we've traveled all over the world. We've seen so many beautiful places, experienced so many new cultures, and we really love traveling, and I am truly grateful for all of those experiences that I've had, and they really define who I am today, and they play a big part in my decision to go abroad. And the second thing is that I've always really enjoyed learning, which made me push myself during school to always do the best I could, not for the sake of the grades, but for the sake of learning more. And as a result of that, I did really well in school. Keeping those two things in mind, let's move on to the story. So, a few years ago, I was very unsure what I was going to do after school. If I was going to go to university in Denmark, if I was going to go travel and have a gap year, as is very common in Denmark, or do something completely different. Some friends of mine and some of my teachers suggested that I might look into studying abroad, so I started doing that. I researched studying in the US and in the UK mainly, and that's mainly because I wanted to go to an English-speaking country, as that's my preferred language. I quickly ruled out the US as a possibility for me to go study there. That's mainly due to the high tuition fees that was simply too high for me, as I would be able to get my entire education, a 4-year degree in the UK, for the same price as 1 year in the US. And financially, that just didn't make sense at all to me. So I looked further into studying in the UK. As I was looking into studying in the UK, the main universities that I've heard about before was Oxford and Cambridge. And of the two, I would really like to give Cambridge another look. About at that time, I came across a trip to go visit the University of Cambridge and some of the universities in London, hosted by a Danish organization for students who go study abroad. So obviously I went on that trip, and I went to see Imperial College London, UCL, King's, and also, of course, Cambridge University. I hadn't really heard about King's, UCL or Imperial before, but I actually really liked being at Imperial, so I decided to apply here as one of my 5 universities in my UCAS application. When I got back from the trip, I started working on my application. Fast forward about half a year, and I had submitted it, just waiting for the universities to get back to me. Of the universities I applied to, the choice for me was ultimately between Cambridge and Imperial, as those were the 2 universities I liked the most. About 2 months after I submitted my application, I got my first interview. That was at Cambridge University. It was a very nice experience for me to go to Cambridge and have an interview, but I wasn't really sure if it was the right choice for me. Fast forward about 2 months after my Cambridge interview, and I had an interview at Imperial. This interview was once again a really nice experience for me. There aren't really anything to compare to in Denmark, as the application process is very different. So when I got back, I was just waiting for the offers and for the summer to choose which university to go to. Ultimately, I chose Imperial. As you already know, that's where I'm studying right now, and I love it. I really enjoy being here. I love living in London. It's absolutely amazing. And to any of you out there might consider going abroad to study, I definitely recommend it. It's a very unique experience to live in another country, and it's something everybody would gain something from. Even if it's just for 1 term, or maybe a whole year, it's definitely worth it. I'm going to link some of the resources that I used when figuring out where to go in the description below. So if you're considering it, just go have a look. Anyway, thank you for watching all the way to the end. I hope you enjoyed the story and this video. If you did, leave a like down below and subscribe to follow me on my journey. See you guys in the next one.